Welcome, everybody, to another great CEO podcast. I have today with me Bill Johnson from Liberty Company. Welcome, Bill. I appreciate you joining.
Thanks for having me.
Maybe you could just start off by telling us a little bit about yourself and what your organization does.
Well, let's see. My company is called the Liberty Company. We're an insurance broker. We've got offices in, I believe, 17 states now. We've been growing quickly, have been identified as one of the fastest growing, if not the fastest growing, and privately held insurance broker in the country.
Very cool. So you're private. A broker means you represent multiple lines of insurance.
Multiple lines of insurance and multiple carriers. So we really work on behalf of our clients to, help them with their risk strategies.
Now, is that commercial or personal primarily, or both?
Yeah, we can handle pretty much anything you throw at us these days.
Cool. I know where to go. So, okay, given that there's exactly 3,472,000 insurance brokers in the United States, why you guys? Like, why would somebody choose to do business with your company? What's the advantage you guys have?
Well, it's all really it's a relationship business, and in the insurance business, there's some thought that like it's a commodity, but a large percentage of the marketplace out there, wants to have a relationship when it comes to their insurance. They want to have somebody that they can pick up the phone and can help them navigate or make good decisions.
Right. Okay. Well, and it's complicated, so you do need a friend in the business, if you will, right?
Yeah.
So, and I know the commission thing is weird. How much of your revenue recurs every year versus you got to go hunt it and find a new client or a new piece of insurance to write? Or, like, I know property and casualty tends to have ongoing numbers and life doesn't, but what percentage, when you show up January 1st, which is just around the corner, you go, all right, here's how much I know we've got locked down, and how much do we have to go find to continue growing? What's that ratio look like for you?
Well, it's funny, when I was coming out of college and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with myself, and I was trying to figure out how to make money, I sort of boiled it down to, it seemed like there was two reliable ways to make money: insurance and real estate.
Yeah.
And I picked insurance because that recurring revenue concept really made sense to me.
Yep.
And so, yeah, to answer your question, the vast majority of our revenue is recurring. So if people, renew that policy and re-up it again, then we get paid commission again.
Got it. But some products have skinny margin on the go forward, but big margin on the initial deal, right?
Yeah, I mean, life insurance is the one sort of outlier where it's almost all the commission is paid based on when it's initially written, and then there's not anything ongoing. But that's a small percentage of our business.
Got it. Okay, so you're mostly P&C.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
and benefits, but benefits is the same, where if you renew the benefits policy, the commission gets renewed.
Got it. Awesome. So every business has what we call a point of constraint. Think of it as a kink in a garden hose that the water doesn't get through. As we're trying to grow the business like you have been, there's something getting in your way that if it was just different, I could get there way faster or maybe more profitably. What would be the one thing that you would change about your business if you had like a magic wand and you could change one item that would make it a better business for you?
Well, I mean, I think that really, because this is a relationship business, that means that it's about the people that work here. And so ultimately, the thing that we focus on the most, because I believe it's the most important asset, is the people that, the talent that we can attract, recruit, retain, and then how they are able to do their work of, helping our clients, developing those relationships and maintaining them.
Interesting. So if you could find great people faster, you'd grow faster, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I looked at your website. You've done a great job of building a place that people would probably want to work at, it looks like to me.
Thank you.
You've done a good job of that. And that's the modern thinking of, you treat people great, they treat the clients great. So you don't have to worry about the clients, just worry about the people and you're good to go.
Right. Yeah, that's my thought.
Nice. So how many hours a week do you work nowadays?
I'm working a lot these days. I started this business right out of college,
Mhm.
and I built it up for about 12 years. And then I handed over the reins to a buddy of mine, and I went off and produced movies for 15 years. And
Oh my gosh, how
yeah,
cool.
and then I took a year off and traveled around the world with my family from the summer of 2017 to the summer of 2018, and then came back a little over 4 years ago and decided to put my energy back into this business. And so I've been putting a lot of time into it. I'm feeling very passionate about it these days and engaged, and it's been fun. So I don't know how many hours. I don't know, 60.
Well, no, it's actually average CEO is 55 to 60. So you're pretty much, right on the button. There are no 40-hour a week CEO jobs available that I know of. Now you make me ask, any movies I know of?
Yeah, probably. I did a movie called The Gray with Liam Neeson, which was number one in the box office. Um, I did a movie Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds. Put together the financing for The Kids Are All Right, which was nominated for Best Picture.
Wow.
A movie with Richard Gere called Hachiko, which is voted one of the best family films of all time.
Wow.
I did one with Brad Pitt called Killing Them Softly. I worked with Tom Hanks, Hologram for a King.
Wow. Phenomenal.
I did
How did you
35
get out
movies
of
in
that
total.
business then?
What's that?
You sounds like you did great. Why did you get out of that business? And this is not really, this is not about your current business, but why did you get out of that business?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I just after I took that year of travel with my wife and kids and came back and just kind of started to look inside and think about, what I wanted to do with myself and how I wanted to apply my energy, and got started to get excited about the opportunity that I saw to and step back into the insurance business as a servant leader. I really like that concept of servant leadership,
Yep.
and with the intention of inspiring a special culture, and I think I'd arrived at a point in my life where I'd made a lot of money in my different business ventures, and I'd come to see clearly that the true key to happiness in life is in giving service and in connection and relationship. And if you really boil it down to its essence of the movie business and the insurance business, the movie business is very transitory.
Yeah.
You make a movie, you pull a big team together, but then after everybody goes their separate ways. But here in this business, there's this real community of long-term relationships, and the idea of giving service to that community and inspiring a special culture started to seem a lot more fulfilling to me.
Very cool. Interesting. Um, this will be interesting because you basically delegated the whole operation of the company at one point, but in your goal to sort of expand the organization, is there any major responsibility you've delegated in the last 6 months that you said, I'm going to take this off my desk and move it to somebody else?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of things that I've delegated, and of course, delegation is all about know that you've handed that football to somebody that can take it over the goal
Oh,
line,
yeah. Yep.
and monitoring to make sure that that actually happens. And there's been some wins and some losses through that process, but yeah, I've handed a lot of things off.
Very cool. And then I heard servant leadership as one element, but what would be one or two things you would point to that are central to your philosophy as a CEO now?
Well, I talked about culture. I believe that at the end of the day, it's all about the culture, and so I started to think a lot about that word culture and what that means, and it gets thrown around a lot, but
Yep.
what does it mean, culture, when it comes to business, and as I thought about it, I decided that I believe that culture is a feeling. Culture is how it feels to be in the organization, in the environment, you're with the people. And so I was like, okay, well, where does that feeling come from? And as I thought about it, I realized that I believe that the foundation of that feeling is in the company's mission statement and its core values.
Hmm.
Um, Now, we had a mission statement and core values at this time, and I'd written them out years before, and it said a lot of nice words, but the truth was I couldn't remember it.
Yeah. Well, then it's not useful, right?
Yeah, and nobody else could either, and so we went through a process of changing those things and to make it so that they were actually resonating with the people and actually present in the environment, and that was meaningful.
Good. What is the mission statement now then?
So the mission statement, yeah, it's just real short, real simple, almost like a tagline. I just figured you got to be able to remember it, right? It's got to be short enough that you can remember it. And so the mission statement is just simply promoting peace of mind with great care.
I like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot in there though. It's got layers.
Yeah. Well, the thing about peace of mind is, you cannot give another person peace of mind. That can only come from within each person, but you can certainly promote it. And that's inherent in the work that we do in the insurance business. But, promoting peace of mind goes beyond just making sure that people's assets are properly insured. It also speaks to, how you treat people, how you engage in relationship that can foster a sense of peace of mind. And you can certainly promote peace of mind with great care in terms of how you go about taking care of the people that are entrusting you.
Got it. Interesting. And then last question, what do you do for fun?
I'm a bit of a exercise nut and a biohacker, I guess, or just wellness is a passion of mine. And so, I bike rides, yoga, I got a cold plunge now, so I got my infrared sauna into my cold plunge and all that kind of fun stuff, and just hanging out with my friends and family.
Very cool. Well, I guess I'll see you at 100 years old then.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Awesome. Hey, Bill, this was awesome. I really appreciate the time. Thank you so much. It was great.
Thank you. Have a great day.